because I'm on the screen like I wanted it to be. But yeah, I just wanted to tap in real quick, get started, motivated on going live again. I only did it a couple of times. It's been about a year that I actually did the lives. So I'm gonna be coming in. I'll probably have some topics already lined up or whatever. I can be random. So I know some people like to woo the woo, but I'm just gonna see how it goes. And right now, I just wanted to do a quick one, just to get back into it. I just told myself, yeah, you're gonna do it today. I don't care if you do it for 5 minutes, you're gonna do it today. But yeah. So all y'all people out there in YouTube world, I know y'all been out here with all of this razzle dazzle, all kind of stuff going on. I've been tapping in just a little bit, but like I said, I'm gonna fall back on that rah rah and just roll with it. Um, but yeah, like I said, I probably have like a couple of topics lined up, just in case I can't think of anything, and I can always refer back to it and see how it goes. But I thought that the sun was gonna be out today. It's cloudy, but I got a couple of things I'm gonna get at. Like I said, I'm just gonna do it for a quick sec and see how it goes. I'm holding this in my hand because I ain't got my camera stand that I normally have. So I'm just holding it in my hand right now. But let me see. I gotta get used to these settings again. See, I see you. I see you, Kev. Kev, what's going on now? But yeah, I see it's getting a little crazy out there in YouTube world. Stuff being exposed. I don't want it. That ain't my lane. I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time for it. But what else is going on? What's up, KB Kev? Happy New Year to you too. Hey, put the gas tank down, okay? But I ain't gonna start. It's a new year. It's a new year. Let's get it in. Let's get motivated. Let's get to it. Whatever your goals is out here, try to make it happen. Today is the 3rd already, but at the same time, it's been a few days, and you like, okay, yeah, it's a new year. Okay. Yeah. No, you don't start. You don't start. But anyway, yeah. So, try to reach your goals, try to get in there and say, you know what? Even if I don't carry it out the whole year, let me try to do it as long as I can. Or just to get started on something. It might cross you over to be motivated to cross over into another lane, just so you start getting some things done, some new things in order. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm doing this live right now. I wasn't planning on doing this. It's in real, really. I was just like, you know what? Today you gonna do it. Last minute thought. You know what I'm saying? But just try to motivate others, have a positive outlook. Yeah, it's all good to have fun and laugh and joke for the ones that can handle it. For the ones that can handle it, because some people, it's just done got out a little out of hand. What's up, dope boy? I see you. I see you. Um, I don't know. It seems like this is different than it was before when I did it. Because let me hold up. Let me touch this right here and see what it. I don't see nothing. But anyway, if y'all I don't know. I can't even remember how to do the link or anything. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, let's get to it. make some things happen. Stop trying to cut each other's throat, knock somebody up against the wall. That stuff will wear you out. You can't do that every day, all day, every day, all day. Some people can, and one day they gonna get to the point where they gonna be like, you know what? I gotta sit my down. You know what I'm saying? So, But anyway, yeah, do something big. You know what I'm saying? Do something that you ain't been able to motivate yourself to do. Cause I'll say it like this: the reason why I can tap in right now is because I had some real stuff going on throughout 2023, and I had to put all the BS to the side and get focused because I realized that things was different out here in my neck of the woods. And in my neck of the woods, it was like, okay, you can sit up here and tap in on the party line, on social media, YouTube if you want to, because I will get stuck just like a lot of people. People be ready to say, oh yeah, I got stuff to do, but then they be like, I can't even get up and get out. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna too much be riding around out here doing stuff like this. Now I might ease into doing some stuff out and about, but let me just do it right here first, and let me try to figure out how to do this doggone these settings or whatever while you talking. Cause I got this doggone yeah, right. You doggone right. Wherever that is. You just know it's the southeast, and that's enough right there. But anyway, so even in my neck of the woods, get back to what I was saying. In my neck of the woods, hectic as far as I'll put it out here that you trying to find housing, because I had got to a point where it's a lot of landlords out here. I don't care how good of a tenant you been, you either gonna up that money that they looking for, because that's really all it's about. It's not the point that you've been a bad tenant. It's not the point that you wasn't paying your rent. Cause I say it like this. I ain't never not paid my landlord. So it wasn't nothing like that. It's just the point that they know that the housing market, the real estate market done changed. And they want to get that money, and they really can't just come at you and say, well, I'm gonna go up. They might be able to go up $100 or $200, and they can only probably do that in a certain amount of time, maybe in 6 months or a year, something like that. So they know that they not gonna be able to just jump at you about I want $500 more. And really, they want more than that. It ain't even about. I talked to a couple of people in the last couple of weeks. Matter of fact, it was right before Christmas. Two people that I know, well, one of them I know for sure because I've been knowing her for a long time. I just ain't really been seeing her. But the thing is, she said she had to up and move at the last minute. And when I say they last minute was like 30 days, they might have got 60. Now, my situation that I was dealing with, I ended up paying extra first. And I went and sacrificed, but then it didn't last too long. And that's what's going on out here. These people, they want that money and they so greedy, and the greediness is so heavy that they like, oh, I can get $1,000 more. I can get $800 more. You know what I'm saying? X amount of dollars more. And then that's if they some of them got to go in and do renovation, because I know my landlord was gonna have to come in and do some renovations to upgrade stuff and to update stuff. See, these people been slacking. But anyway, what's up, Bobby Boucher? But yeah, it's you get put in a situation, so I had to pull back. I had to say, okay, I ain't gonna lie. Listen, real, and I'm gonna say my phrase, real talk. When I pulled back, people might have thought it was something else, but no. I said, okay, God. I knew had a feeling that I shouldn't have tapped in starting to do no lives in the first place. And I had that feeling, but I didn't want to listen. So anyway, God said, okay, I'm gonna shut it down for you. And if you don't listen, then you gonna fall into a trench. So last year about this time, when the stuff happened, when I went live, started going live, when stuff started happening, I said, oh, okay, it's time to let it go. You trying to come in here and start going live, but you got a landlord that keep coming at you saying you still gonna have to move. You still gonna have to move. Now I know what she wanted. Like I said, she wanted. So if I had, and I could have done it, but it wasn't worth it to me. I done been there for X amount of years, um, and I was working on some stuff. You know, you can't fit all your eggs in one basket. So the thing is, I had to shut it down because it was taking too much energy. And we know how the rah-rahness be going on. You take your energy, you can't get out here and do what you need to do. I'm talking about the market wasn't playing, and it still ain't playing. Because like I said, the two people, these is females that I talked to in the last 2 weeks, and I had already dealt with, for the most part, dealt with my situation. That's why sometimes you wouldn't see me for a while. You know what I'm saying? I tap in. I be like, oh, I be tired at night. I be out because I was doing the day. I had so much stuff going on, you know, that I had different sectors going on. It wasn't just about housing. It was about, okay, I gotta keep a vehicle running just so I can get out here and look for something. And people was, when I say they was snatching stuff up, when you got certain people talking about, my son went out here and he was looking for something and he thought he had it, and he thought everything was going to be okay. And then before he left, he found out that somebody else bought the property. Man, these people was going out here snatching up something and paying cash. I'm getting surveys because I will get surveys. I talk to people. So I'm talking to people. I'm talking to the people at the credit union, the bank. I'm talking to people at getting food. I'm talking to people at the grocery store. I'm talking to people at other places that I got to go to and tap into. I'm talking to the people, the mechanics. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, it's getting bad out here. People can't find places to stay. I'm talking to the male sector, the female sector. I'm talking about, I just now went back. Hold on. I just went back to a spot. Matter of fact, I was talking to an old head. He was kind of guiding me on certain stuff. And I asked him about a lady that had been about what was going on with my situation. And so I said, where your girl at? He said, oh, he pointed at the seat, talking about, oh, girl that was right here. I said, yeah. He said, oh, she had got in a situation where, listen to me, and this has only been in the last 2-3, I'm gonna give it 3 weeks that I found this out about this person's situation. Oh well, we had to let her go. We tried to really help her. Her landlord ended up was selling the property. And see, that's the thing. A lot of them will tell you that they were selling the property. That's what my landlord kept coming in and coming out. I had a girl to stop. Was this last year? No, this was when I first started coming on the PL. A girl had stopped by, and it might have been right before. A girl had stopped by. No, God sent me outside. That's why I say I put my faith in God for sure. And I went outside, and the girl was passing. She was slowly passing by, and she got out and started talking to me, talking about, this property, this house was. I was told by the landlord that it's about to be for rent. Now at that time, I had just came in and gave her extra money from what I was already doing for rent. So so I'm thinking, damn, I had a real good conversation. A young girl, you know what I'm saying? Probably about my youngest age, I think she was, maybe somewhere in there. So I said, now this woman already is doing this, about to put this on the market, but she ain't putting it out there to sell. See, that's what I'm saying. That's another thing. You start hearing that a lot of people start letting you know that they not really trying to. They tell you that they trying to sell the property, but in the end, that's not what they really end up doing. Which we was already getting word of that. That's why I said anytime that I had to get out here and look for something, since I've been an adult, I ain't never dealt with it. I saw the market getting worse and worse. This was even before I came across the party line. I was in and out because situations you tap in and you like, okay, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to move. I'm ready to go this route. I'm ready to go that route. So you get out here and you start looking for stuff. So I had already been doing that because I learned that I needed to start preparing myself. That's why I had started hitting on my credit. I did this, I know, in 2020. Like I said, way before the party line. That's, let me see, 2020. That was right after my grandmama passed. She passed in the fall of 2019. So I had to put, matter of fact, I was doing it before she had passed, like looking in the market. But the thing was, when I had to take care of my grandmama the way I had to take care of her, I had to pull back on that too. So anyway, when you see the market is going berserk, you like, oh, like I told you, y'all thought it might have been another reason why I tapped out, but nah, the market was letting me know, and God was letting me know, oh, you better put your best foot forward. It ain't about, oh, let me go get on YouTube for hours at night and then wake up late because you done stayed up late at night. Nah, I had to get my ass in the bed. And that's why I'm letting my words flow. That's why I said no children, no 18 and over, because I ain't got time to worry about that because I'm just gonna flow with it. But you get out here and you got people coming at you. Oh, it's like this, it's like that, man. They snatching up. You going to apartments because, like I said, I was like, if I gotta go back to an apartment, I had got my mind settled down for that. I said, okay, you can go back to an apartment. Shouts out to the chats. Thank you for coming in. If you gotta go, that's where I had to put my mindset because I didn't know how it was gonna land. Because if I had to go back to an apartment, it would have been okay. But at the same time, just like Kev be ready to let me know, don't nobody know where you live. Well, when you done been in a environment where everything is just whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody know everything about you for the most part. If they didn't find out from you, they found out from somebody else. So anyway, I got to the point where that pushed me to another level of life. And that's what you got to realize, that sometimes you can talk to people, but they not gonna grab a hold of certain stuff until they go through a certain situation and be maybe even in a certain environment for that to kick in the brain. You know what I'm saying? Just like yesterday, I was tapping in with somebody that I kind of been an old head that was down in the hood. I kind of stopped by and hollered at her lately. Excuse me. During the summertime or the fall time, I started kind of stopping by. She'll be outside or whatever. But even talking to her, it's like some young people came up and they wanted to start talking about jail. Females at that. Females now. She talking about, oh, y'all staying out of trouble. Y'all gonna stay out of trouble. And the reaction is like, it wasn't, no, I ain't about to go to jail. No, I ain't about to do this. So, it's just the you be in, you put yourself in. Sometimes you have to, what they say, you got to hit rock bottom just to realize that ain't the type of stuff that you want to be dealing with. So anyway, back to what I was saying, the environment that I was in, I got to the point where I ain't got time for all that rah-rah. That shit used to be exciting somewhat back in the day, especially when you done been, like I say a lot. I know I say a lot. I've been around the old heads, and I'm talking about the grandparents and the older neighbors. So that rah-rah was okay back then to a certain degree. And I wasn't never just over the top in it, like, oh yeah, I'm about to go down here and I'm about to just go crazy on somebody. Cause where I was at, and I ain't ashamed of it, cause I was in the hood. But my grandmama and granddaddy came from the hood, and they came from the hood when it first was built. That's how far they went back. So you know what I'm saying? My grandmama used to say, oh, it used to be peaceful down here, woo woo woo. Hey, Tony, and I say Alaska, what's going on with y'all? So anyway, my grandmama them used to be in in the projects in public housing when it was first built. And to me, I was like, okay, but they didn't stay there for. I mean, they probably stayed there for a few years. I asked my grandma one day or a couple of times, how long did y'all stay? In the hood, in the projects. She said, I don't know. My grandma used to just, the way she used to respond, she'd have to be the one wanting to talk. So anyway, it's nothing wrong with going and living in a place like that, but you got to know when it's time to go. And some people don't really want to be leaving in places, especially when they got other family members that they done grew up in them areas living with, and they live there too. So anyway, getting to my point, sometimes you just have to get broke from wanting to be in certain environments. And I got broken. I was like, nah, I'm tired. So I'm used to everybody knowing, oh, you live here, you work there, you do this, you do that. Just like I roll this way online. Now, best believe I'm doing that in real life too, because it gets too much. It gets to be too much when you live in a place that it might not be a small town in reality, but that's how it operates. Everybody basically knows everybody. And even if it's enough people here that they really don't know every single person like a small town do, trust me, I had a stranger, what I consider a stranger, while I was handling my business. Like I said, people ain't been seeing me. Oh, as a matter of fact, I saw two people yesterday. So anyway, I'm handling my business. I had on a mask. The woman came, she was behind me with somebody, a younger girl. She was probably about 60 something. She was like, don't I know you? And I was looking at her like, I don't know. You probably know me from woo woo woo. She was like, yeah. But I didn't recognize her face like that. Cause see, just like I done said on here, I was selling stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I recognize faces. I'm not saying I ain't never seen her before, but I knew she wasn't no regular person. So she was sick, cause I said, did you used to live down there? She was like, no. She said, she probably said something like, I used to go over such and such house. And so that's another way people be watching you and paying attention to you. So anyway, it just got to a point where, like I said, you better buckle down, because just back to the other story, the older guy was telling me that the old girl's landlord was coming at her, and I guess she was from another county, not too far, one of them surrounding counties. So I don't know if and I had been telling her about my situation, and I was kind of surprised, but not surprised, because that's just how bad it was, or is around bad. That's why I said I had to put my foot down, and I had to get to it, because it wasn't easy. Then you got other stuff going on. Like I said, trying to have keeping a vehicle running in a decent running order, where you can get out here and ride wherever, because I was going everywhere. I'm talking about in other counties, crossing over places that people really don't know about, as far as the average black person. I'm gonna say it like that. The average black person might not know about. I was going in spots that I was like, okay, yeah, let me roll here, let me roll there, let me look for this. Going into communities that black people can move into now, that back in the day they might have not really moved into for the most part. But you still got to be careful of who your neighbors are. So I was rolling with it. I mean, I was getting at it. And I mean, like I said, one minute I had to get something done to a car, and the next, while I'm in motion, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh man, let me go ahead and get this car done. Tire, whatever. I'm like, I gotta stay on it. That's how bad it is, cause it's not looking good out here for some people. Cause in some places, people were saying, man, people gonna end up being homeless, and they was tripping real bad. Like, this is people that's working in places talking about, oh my, I just don't know what people are gonna do, and the look on their face, and how they was coming across, like, dang, oh, when you hear that, and some of these people I might have been knowing for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And then they saying, yeah, people gonna end up being homeless. I don't know what they gonna do. And then was having to go to other counties just to try to find places, and then they would have to come back because it wasn't nothing over there. So it's just been a hectic. It's been a hell of a ride. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's been a hell of a ride. That's why I say, oh, that rawness, it motivated me in a certain way. Like, man, if you don't, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you don't shut this off and get in your car and go do what you gotta do, that's what happened with me. Motivation. I ain't gonna lie to you. So yeah. But anyway, shouts out to the chats. You that's one thing about it. You don't know what people be going through, and I kept my mouth pretty much shut. You know what I'm saying? Like I might say, yeah, I got some stuff, and I know folks will tell me, man, what she got going on? What she got going on? She ain't got nothing going on. I was hustling. I ain't never hustled so hard in my life. I mean, really, I ain't never hustled so, like, I might have been in a spot where I thought I was about to get an apartment. Something happened, and then it got snatched up. But in the end, that wasn't up but God saying, look, I know you worried out here. I know you tripping, but I everything gonna land right. But I'm talking about the lady might say, oh well, we gave the apartment to somebody. In the end, the first time she did that, I couldn't really be mad at her because she really saved it for me. But at that time, I was like, okay, wait a minute. Like I said, them apartments, that environment, I don't know if I could have handled it. But I got my mind centered. Well, it was okay. If I gotta do it, I gotta do it. And I had to tell myself, go ahead and do it. And don't be tripping about it. Because long as you got a roof over your head, because I ain't gonna lie, I was already planning it out. I was talking to my young adult children about it. I was like, yeah, well, it's gonna be a whole different ball game if I had to go back to an apartment. I ain't got no problem living in an apartment because it's some nice stuff out here. It's just like a job. You don't have no problem going to the job, working the job. It's the people at the job that'll run you ratchet. You understand me? I learned that too. They'll run you ratchet. So, nah, But if I had to, So yeah, I was having some stuff going on. Then this happened over here. Then that fall out the sky over there. Then this, you know what I'm saying? It was just my head was spinning. It was spinning. So anyway, anybody want to come up here for a second? Whatever. I don't know. The other time that I did this, it was so simple. That's why I say once you stop doing something, and then sometimes they done change the stuff. So I don't know. Because what I got to do, don't I have to drop the link? What's going on, Imani? I see you down there. Oh, I'm on mute though. Wait a minute. How the hell did I get on mute? Damn. I'm on mute now? Shh. Oh, okay, so you can hear me now. Okay, I don't know what I pushed to make myself go on mute. So that's what I'm saying. To me, these buttons look the stuff to push looks different than what it was last year. Cause I can't even see nothing that says, oh, you can cause I remember before they said you can invite people to on the panel. But anyway, I ain't gonna lie to you. Man, no. Let me go here. I done kind of threw out, the stuff that I was going on through the whole year. Through the whole year of 2023. And I could never really get a break. You know what I'm saying? See, I've been dealing with this for a couple of years. I'm gonna throw it out here on the other level. Right when my landlord started coming at me about some stuff, that's when my dude died. Real talk. Like I say in August of 2021, she was creating stuff. See, let me throw this out here for anybody that need to hear it. They create situations to make it look like it's you that's the problem. Um, so they can try to kick you out, and then they want to. Some of them don't care, but some of them that do kind of have a little remorse, like they want to get their money, they want to get their bread, they want to get that bag. But in the end, if you give them the money that they want, if you come and say, oh, Mr. So and so, or Mr. Because my landlord was a female and she was Asian. You know what I'm saying? Like she was a good landlord. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna take it away from her. But like I said, right before it was in August, she was creating a situation, a situation that had already always been in process, been that way since we was living in that spot. Then so she tried to make it, look like, oh yeah, this is the reason why we getting her a damn up out of here. Woo woo woo. So the end of August was supposed to be gone. Something told me you need to go back and talk to her. And me and her had this relationship where it was cool, but she might be not too quick to be able to come to me about something, and I would be the same with her. So anyway, something said, okay, look, you need to go talk to her. So I went and talked to her. My dude, he was in and out the hospital at the time. And that's why I say, you don't know what people be going through. This was before the party line. I was dealing with her coming, trying to create a situation, him going in and out the hospital, and then having a thinking that you gonna have to move. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about it was crazy. I was wore out. That's why I say by the time y'all saw me, and then it was yeah, what's up? I see you, Bobby Boucher. The thing about it is, at the end of August, I thought I was gonna have to be out. Then I presented a situation to her, and she calmed down. And I thought it was gonna be all good for the time I needed to really say, okay, look, you gonna pay her extra money, or you gonna be ready to find another place and do it a whole nother route. So anyway, at the end of August, it worked out. We didn't have to move. But by the time the second week of September came, my dude done passed away. And I was looking like, and I had threw that at her at one time, and she kind of calmed down. And she probably thought I was lying because he was going back and forth to the hospital. But then when she asked me one day, how is he doing? I said, he gone. He gone. I said, he gone, he died. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, like I said, so even from when I first came onto the party line, I was already dealing with grief, dealing with still having to go through, oh, you getting comfortable, because every time you get comfortable, you do something, you work out something with her, she come at you. Now that was that money, that was that greediness. These people is out here, this greediness is eating away at them. Oh, you know these people done came from out of town, because when I say that's another situation, we had so many people to come here during 2023 or even in 2022. I mean, it's done got to, I ain't gonna lie. I give one clue out here where I'm at. It's one of them places that they don't put out there on the spotlight. Now, that's the only thing I'm gonna say about where I'm from. I'm in one of them spots that they don't put it out here on the spotlight. Like, everybody want to be like, oh, we're going to move there. We're going to move there. Oh, there, it's this and this and that. Oh, I can go live this way and live that way. Oh, the housing is cheaper. Okay. And they making it crazy here. The traffic, oh, that's another thing. The traffic is crazy. All of that. But anyway, I don't see how to drop the link or put like I said before, I think I saw where I could put somebody on the panel, but I don't see that now. So I'm really gonna have to do some test runs or I go in and look up a couple of videos because I don't see the same thing that I used to see. Um, but anyway, I've been on here 35 minutes already. But yeah, for anybody that's going through it, yeah, hey, in that type of lane, when you got hesitation going on, it's time to move to the next level. And when you be thinking, oh, I don't know if I want to do that yet, okay. Just like when old girl them told me. And matter of fact, they told me, both of them told me in less than 24 hours, that both of them had the same situation where they was like, yeah, all of a sudden one day my landlord gave me 30 days. And that's when I had to tell myself, you was going through this for a little minute, but you didn't want to jump into something without moving on to the next level or figuring something out. Because like I said, I had already started working on my credit. So, because that's another thing, your credit ain't right, you ain't even gonna be able to rent nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because that COVID situation put things to a whole nother level. So anyway, if y'all going through that situation, if it's time to move on to another level of whatever, don't be scared. You just got to step out there, because then when you look back, um, you might say, well, you know what? I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I did that. Like I said, if I would have had to live into an apartment again, I would have just had to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I would have been inside or, up and out one of the other spots, with the family or whatever. Because like I said, I ain't got time. And it was still, and the thing is, you can still be in a decent looking apartment. Because one place that I went to, it was nice looking, but in any kind of brochure, gonna be nice looking. People coming from out of town, they're gonna be like, oh, that's a nice looking area. Okay, nah. I remember one time I walked into the office. It was bullet casings on the sidewalk. And when I went in there, I think I had already came across the manager saying, yeah, we had a situation going on out here. Some people are just gonna have to get up out of here. They're causing too many problems. Woo. That's when I said, I see bullet casings on the sidewalk. She said, yeah, we had some shooting going on out here. So like I said, even though some places is considered a nicer place to live for them out of towners, New York and California, it still ain't no joke. It still ain't nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, when I figured this out, oh, you said Imani does YouTube tutorials. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into it, because it's just different. And I know just from tapping in and out on YouTube, it's always something that they changing. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, this is my motivation, that after I done dealt with some heavy, I still got stuff going on, don't get me wrong. But the heavy shit is dealt with now. You know what I'm saying? It's dealt with. I ain't got to worry about, and you done been, up in the air with the stress and the craziness, that you don't know how to calm down. And see, that's why some people don't understand. Just like my daughter said the other day, oh, your son, my brother was saying, mama being still, yeah, cause I gotta de-stress from being so uptight because of what, just being super stressed out. So, but now I keep telling myself, yeah, you might have some car work that you got to get done. This over here, you got to get done. Keep some stuff in order, getting on top of staying on top of the bills or whatever, changing the bills or whatever, because I'm dealing with a different person, you know what I'm saying? Different situation. So it's not like, and then I'm in a different area. So anyway, the thing about it is, I gotta I gotta calm myself down. I gotta stop. That's why I say, y'all be like, oh, you be so serious. Yeah, I be serious because I had some shit to be serious about. So, and like I said, that was coming on the party line. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's why I say I'm gonna try to de-stress and calm down, and plus I'm working on my patience with stuff. So anyway, I might tap in later on. I don't know. Like I said, if I knew how to work this stuff down here, then it'd be a different matter of fact. Let me push a button now. No filter. I ain't worried about that right now. Oh shit. I ain't worried about that either. Nah. Oh no. Yeah, it's different. So anyway, like I said, I'm just tapping in, just to get motivated I motivate myself to say, okay, in the morning, in the afternoon, at night, at this time, at that time, just go live. You know what I'm saying? So, but I thank y'all for tapping in. And Dre, too much. You need to stop erasing your doggone, your doggone lives. And hell, all of y'all. Oh, and let me give big ups to first of all, let me give big ups to my subscribers, because I have pulled in some new subscribers over the last little while. Then I want to say big ups to the folks in the chat right now in the live. Then I want to give big ups. Y'all really got y'all views going up. That's all right. That's all right. I'll be looking at tapping into y'all. And I got to reach out. That's another thing. I had to pull back on YouTube, period, as far as tapping in, going, looking at, I'm looking at people's videos, going to their lives. And I'm not just talking about the party line. I'm talking about other people too. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people out here, hey, Faith, how you doing? That's what's up. But my energy to focus on what, get my stuff in order. So I had to pull back. And like I said, you get addicted to stuff like YouTube. You get addicted. You really do. And it'll have you stagnant, sitting still, when you might need to be out and about looking for some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. So what I'm gonna do now, and I hate I can't do like I did before, where yeah, I know that's right, Faithy. Faith, yeah. You gotta take a few steps. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oh, that's another thing. I'm gonna tap in. Like I said, I was kind of, and I'm not really just, kind of somewhat. I was just kind of going in on having content. Just see, when everybody got started on doing their own channels, I had already tried to start one back, whenever. But I didn't really go hard with it, because I think that's when I had to tap in with my dude was going back and forth to the hospital. So I had to pull away from it. But the thing about it is, when I did tap into doing content, I just went with however, whatever. Now I'm going to put a little bit more into it somewhat. If I can, I don't know what I'm about to be doing for 2024 for the most part. But the thing about it is, I can tap into it a little bit differently now, maybe. You know what I'm saying? A little bit differently. So I can tap in with the young people. Like I talk to my children, I have long conversations with them. It's time to pull some of the younger people and talk about some of the things that they need to, bring in the topics on what they want to collaborate on. Have the different age bracket, groups collaborating together. Bringing in some people that y'all might not even know. Just getting on the panel and discussing some real topics, trying to stay on topic for the most part, because I think these young people, we need to, like I said, collaborate with them and kind of talk it out some. You know what I'm saying? Because people like Faithy, they, just like she said, she got to pull away too. You know what I'm saying? So she learned at a different, not saying that we didn't learn at a different age, but she's learning. Yeah, okay. Just like me, I was like, I ain't and a lot of people to tell you, oh, the housing market was never this bad. You could spin circles around how it used to be. You could run circles around, but you can't do this right now. So it was just like a no-brainer. You better be mature enough. You better have enough sense to say, yeah, it's time to step back. And it be tempting. Don't get me wrong. It be tempting. Oh, just like sometimes I'm going to be calm and laid back. I ain't going to be amped up. That's why I was I was on the panel. I just something just had me wanting to come up there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really have a whole lot to really say at the time, but I just wanted to get up on the panel. And I was, the environment, the vibe, and it was so laid back. You know what I'm saying? That stuff will drain your ass. And when you got, like I said, when you got other things to do, you can't do it. You gonna regret it. And in certain situations, if you still decide to do it and don't focus on what you need to focus on, it's gonna be an ugly sight because God ain't gonna let it just ain't gonna work out right. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, um, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. I appreciate y'all coming through. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna be tapping in on some different angles, and I'm gonna still go back to my secondhand thrift store adventures, my Rosses, my TJ Maxx, my Marshalls, all of that. Cause like I say, I got some stuff. See, I put a lot of stuff on pause. I put decorating on pause. You know what I'm saying? I like decorating. I like changing stuff around. I had to put that on pause for in different sectors of my life. What's the point of getting out here buying stuff to decorate with, but you got to find a place to stay because with nothing that has to do with anything that you brought on yourself, you still got to uproot yourself and move. Which I was in the plan of doing something, anyway. But when you're forced to do it, and when you're put in a situation that's it's just they've oversaturated. We're oversaturated, seriously. And I'm talking about you got people that probably never had gotten into this situation before, and they just like the old head was saying, oh yeah, she her landlord was coming at her, and while she's sitting here, God must have told me to keep talking to her about this, because I would come in there and I would say, yeah, it's rough out here with the woo, blah blah blah, and she was like, well, my rent is a good price right now, and I'm so glad, woo woo. And then you want to say a few months later, she in the same situation and she had to move. But like I said, that's the type of stuff that was happening that when people, I'm talking about, matter of fact, when I made the video talking about I'm gonna get my ends clipped, the one I went to get my ends clipped from, she said she brought it up, not me. Or we probably started talking about what's going on around here. She was like, yeah, I've been living in my same spot for 17 years. And she said I had to up and move. You could tell in her voice. And I know what she felt like, because even though I didn't live in my spot, she lived in her spot just a year over, twice in a year over what I did. But the thing about it is just to have to uproot yourself, and she probably it got dropped on her at the last moment. And both of the ones that told me about their situation, they might have had a reason why they didn't have to move exactly in 30 days, where they either done paid. Okay, one of them told me that she had already paid her rent probably for the next month because she paid her stuff ahead. Then the other one told me that her deposit, she was like, oh, well, you got my deposit. I'm about to stay another 30 days. And that's another thing. These folks do not want to give you your deposit back. I don't care what you know what I'm saying? Like, you live somewhere for years. They say after what? Maybe 3 or 4 years, it's wear and tear. Some people ain't even going to let 6 months to a year go by, and it's going to be tore up. But you done live somewhere for some almost 10 years. And you don't want nobody, you don't want to give somebody their deposit back. They got other things to do. And then you just like, okay, I'm going to ride it on that then. I'm going to use up all that deposit before you get in and start doing whatever you're going to do to charge somebody else $1,500, $1,000 to $1,500 more than what you charging now, $2,000, however it go. You're going to have to, you know what I'm saying? You don't need, and sometimes in some ways you be like, dang, I wonder if that's why some people be turned. Now, I can't really do that. I can't be the type that really just go in and deliberately tear up a whole house. But anyway, it's rough out here. But, and to whoever, what's going on, Black Money Corp, glad to see you come through. Appreciate the support. Yeah, so I'm gonna be trying to tap in on some real topics. And even if you just do something once every 2 weeks, once a month, that's better than nothing. But I don't even know how it's gonna go. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I was telling folks I had to pull away from YouTube for the most part. I'm going hard like I was kind of going. And even then, you feel like you wasn't going hard because you really wasn't being able to get by to every channel that that tapped in, that crossed your path or whatever. But yeah. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get on up out of here because in a little while it's gonna be dark. The sun came out earlier, but for some reason it got cloudy. So yeah, whatever. Jump rope. Yeah, that's something else I had to let go. Now you see why I had to let go of that jumping rope for the main part. I couldn't even do that. I couldn't do that. I couldn't be nah. I had to let that jump rope go. Love you too, Faithy Faith. Yeah, I had to let that jump rope go. Now you see why I mean, it was a back to back hustle. I'm talking about you go and get something. I'm talking about it's just gone. Are we? I'm talking about, well, y'all already know. Y'all from them other areas where stuff have been like that for years. Wait list 2 and 3 years now. You know what I'm saying? A year at the least in some places that, and then some people get kicked out. That's the only way, or they decide to move somewhere else. But for anybody else that's going through and that homelessness, like I said, that homelessness is growing. And I've never ever see, that's another thing that motivated me. You don't want to look at somebody else's distress or misfortune, but at the same time you like, man, if you don't get your ass together and focus on what you got to do, you're gonna be out here homeless too, because they don't care. They was not caring. Some people just be like shrugging their shoulders like, okay, oh, you got a situation going, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? That's why I know old girl was in the way she was speaking. Like, I don't know what people are gonna do out here. I don't know how they gonna survive. Oh my gosh, a lot of people gonna end up being homeless going right now. You know what I'm saying? So when you got somebody like that is compassionate and don't want to see everybody out here in homelessness, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, big ups to everybody. Um, I'll tap in with y'all later. Like I said, I'll figure out how to do this thing. But like I said, I'll be doing topics where you can come in and it's just gonna be like a round the table thing. And like I said, some of the young people, I start doing stuff like that, venturing out in other sectors where you bring in young people and have them. Because you can kind of enjoy the conversation with younger people and seeing where their thought process and how they feel, and then they bring things to the table. Because I'm hearing stuff from my children now that you ain't never heard. Oh, I'm mama woo this, and sometimes things get cleared up. Now this goes within internal family, but then sometimes you can learn the from each other in situations where, when this happened, I thought this was going on. Then as the adult, you have to come in and say, well, you know what, that's not what was going on. Then you got to add some stuff. Well, that might have been part of what was going on, but that's not the only thing that was going on. And the reason why this happened over here is because that was happening over there, or this person was doing this right here, and that's the reason why I had to decide to do things a certain way. Oh, and then I ain't got my little light neither. Um, my light, I was trying to look for my little light lamp, but I couldn't find it. So, and I know my lightning is changing. But anyway, all right, y'all. I really was up here talking though. But I'm gonna have to figure this out because this is not what I planned like this. So anyway, like I said, I'm about to go ahead and end it. And I'll tap in with y'all later because I need to get out here and handle some things before it get all the way dark. I can drive in the dark. Don't get it twisted. I can drive in the dark, but I don't want to. Uh, I'll be wanting to get back home. You see, you start appreciating home better. But anyway, I'll tap back in with y'all. All right. Appreciate you. And like I said, big ups on y'all numbers going up on y'all channels, y'all lives.